Hello, skipper. Hello, navigator. Half a minute to go. Okay.
Give me danger, little stranger, and I'll feel you are peace. Give me danger, little stranger, and I'll feel your disease.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I knew I'd see your face again.
I'm still here, bitches. You can't get rid of me.
Please.
You tried, but you can't.
I'm trying to introduce the show. Welcome to Baboon, Yodel, the podcast that does not have a set amount of hosts, obviously. It's
Officially hosted by Angel Danger Jordan and co-host Renee. Secondary host Renee Church.
I am number one on the call sheet.
I am number one here. Who was first in the office?
What?
I was first here in the office, ready waiting for you to record.
Honey, it's your bedroom.
That's besides the point.
And you locked your door, so how could anyone else be the first?
All I'm hearing is excuses for why you weren't ready and waiting when I was.
Well, it's a real metaphor for our relationship, isn't it? This is going to be the couples therapy episode. No, I'm kidding. Welcome back to Baboon Yodel. We are without Ed today. He is still away.
No, he's not.
What's he doing?
He's back. He's just really busy catching up on life.
Well, that makes sense, though, right?
And he's doing a practice run of his show, My Country, at the New Zealand International Comedy Festival. So if you're a big Baboon Yodel fan, go and see My Country. Mm-hmm. So he's doing his practice run through, and then tomorrow he's doing a gig. I think it's on, what's that little Waiheke or something like that? I think he's doing one of those gigs. So he's all busy and out and about, so he was like...
He's got stuff to do, he can't be bothering himself with
Danger,
some podcast.
You've done the best episodes of Baboon Yodel yet, and I need you to do it one more time.
He was like, Danger, I really don't want to have to ask this, and this is a last resort, but could you please do the podcast?
You are my first and only choice.
Well, you are his only choice because it's very convenient. But so you're stuck with us for a few
Can you and
weeks.
Renee do an episode, or if not, can you just do it solo? Because
he did not say that.
Because he says we need someone really good
100% did not
to
say
handle
that.
the podcast.
So you're stuck with this report for the next half an hour of just people just truly not agreeing with each other. We've got a few things to talk about today.
Before we do that, let's go into the movie corner or something we can agree with. We saw the movie Daffodils.
We did.
It wasn't very good.
It was okay.
This is Renee trying to be nice because she knows it's like a New Zealand film that was like indie, but
yeah,
she wants to be nice. But it was really not very good. The plot made no sense.
Well, that's what you think. Like I was a little bit disappointed, but I didn't hate it. I wasn't wasted my 2 hours. You know, it was just a bit different to what I thought it would be.
So that's a New Zealand musical drama.
Listen, I just thought it would be Mamma Mia 2, and it wasn't. And anything that's not Mamma Mia 2 makes me quite sad.
So it's a musical drama, and normally with musicals, they're either comedies or dramedies. This one was more or less just straight up drama. There wasn't a lot of comedy or fun in it. All of the covers were... how would you put it? Downbeat and gloomy.
That was my main concern. Because a lot of New Zealand stuff is kind of gloomy, dialogue-wise. A lot of tough subjects are covered and a lot of talking kind of... that's very familiar to me when you watch New Zealand stuff. So that wasn't that much out of place. The music was kind of a little bit boring, though. They took a lot of New Zealand music that is... amazing, New Zealand music that we all love and have grown up with, and then it just made it quite somber. One song can be somber for the purpose of it being for the moment, but I found most songs are quite somber. They kind of just took the personality out of a lot of the songs, but that's just how I feel. I'm a music nut.
Anchor Me, but miserable.
Well, Anchor Me's a sad song. Or not, Anchor Me's an emotional song, but there's some drums in it, and there's some emotion to it, and there's Don McGlashan being a badass in it, and I just didn't have any of that. But, I love Don McGlashan.
Can we spoil the plot twist of the movie? It's not even a plot twist. Can we spoil, what happens?
Okay,
So it's a love story.
If you want to see it, then just skip over.
Don't go and see it. It's not worth your time.
Well, go see it if you want to. It's not that bad.
It's the danger seal of do not watch.
Okay.
Spoilers
coming up.
Alright, so what happens is it's a love story, and then it's sort of told by Kimbra, who's playing a 40-year-old, for some reason.
She's playing the daughter of
She's playing the daughter of the two main characters, but she's also 40. The timeline makes no sense in the movie because she's what, like 20 something?
I think she might be late 20s.
Let's see. Kimbra is
She's from Hamilton.
She started in 2011.
She did.
We don't go for those kind of easy jokes. She's 29, so she's just bizarrely...
I was right.
Yeah, she's bizarrely playing like 10 years older than she really is for some reason, and doesn't look it. So it's a story about like how her parents met, and at some point they broke up. And then what happened is, it's Rose McIver and some guy from Home and Away. That's the main couple.
I thought some guy from Home and Away. It's all you need to know. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and then Rose McIver has no character. She's just a dramatic woman.
Yeah, basically, She's kind of just like... She was just a kind of a complainy woman, but she had stuff to complain about. Like, there were some things in this relationship that she was dissatisfied with. I was like, yeah, you should be. But that was kind of what she was... That was a one-note situation. She was just kind of played the, like, insecure, meek... female for the whole movie.
And he was just kind of a generic okay guy.
Yeah.
Wasn't too bad.
Kind
of drank a bit.
He made some poor choices, like, you know, but
basically his dad was a cheater.
Yeah.
And she knew about it and he didn't like him. So his dad dies when he's with his mistress.
Yeah, has a heart attack.
So then the main character has to go and he has to like drag his dad's body out, and then the mistress is like spraying perfume everywhere.
Yeah.
And then he gets a little bit on him and he returns home smelling of perfume. And then Rose McIver, the
wife,
female love interest, is just like, oh, I'm going to assume he was cheating on me.
Which, fair enough, because like he came home, he went out at all hours of the night and then came home smelling of perfume. Like, I get it. But he didn't do anything. He didn't communicate his situation at all.
Yeah.
He had a total alibi.
Of course, his dad died the next day, so I think she could have figured something was up.
Yeah. It was just weird. And then
So it's like, my husband disappears at night, and the next day his dad is just dead.
Yeah.
Like,
she kind of just bought that.
Yeah.
And then there was just like, she's just assumed for the next 3 years that he was cheating on her, and was very dissatisfied and distant from him the next 3 years because she assumed he was cheating, which he wasn't. But then, he could have just communicated that.
Yeah.
If they had communicated at all, it would have come out that he wasn't cheating.
And she confronted him and was like, I smelled her on you, and I saw her come to your dad's funeral, blah, blah. And she's just like, say something. And he just sits there singing a New Zealand song, sadly.
Yeah.
And then they just break up and see each other once more, and then that's it until he dies.
She asks all the questions. She asks, like, who is she? I smelled her the other night. Do you love her? What's her name? How long have you been with her? Like, all of these questions
What that mouth do.
Yeah, all of these questions he had an answer for. He had an alibi for. Like, but he just sang a song. It was very frustrating. Like, I get that it's a musical, but then they broke up because he sang a song?
Yeah. And that's it. That's the end of the movie. Like, 30 years, 40 years later, he dies.
But the
and
fashion's
incredible. Together, yeah.
The fashion's incredible.
Yeah. Well, that was the movie corner review segment.
Hey, thanks Event Cinema for giving me that Daffodils vinyl that I won the other last
Renee
week.
got a free vinyl for it, but not free tickets.
That's okay.
Yeah.
The vinyl's cool. I like having New Zealand stuff. It's cool.
So don't waste your time watching
Listen,
Daffodils.
it's not a waste of time. If you enjoy musical drama and
very gloomy
and New Zealand stuff, you'll like it. It's like
if you like songs that aren't as good as the original.
Yeah. The best one, the best
like
cover was
poorly written stories.
The best cover was Drive by Bit Crunger. Not Bit Crunger wasn't there, but Rose McIver sung Drive. It was really good.
The movie has no titties whatsoever in it.
No. Which is surprising for New Zealand. Usually there's titties.
Yeah. Or at least butts.
Yeah. They're just used to outrageous fortune.
And that was the movie review segment.
Thank you guys for listening to that segment.
Cool. All right. Should we go into our first story then
We
of
should.
the day? Alrighty. So, let's see what I've got here. Oh, a quick catch up. How about this? Tinder's height verification from last week.
Yes.
Was an April Fool's joke.
Oh, we knew it.
Yep. It was. This is becoming a real problem.
Stuff can't get past us, we know.
Yeah, but companies are announcing their April's Fool stuff early.
But people are still not falling for it.
Yeah, but they're like announcing it like 2 days early and then don't say it's an April Fool's joke until the day after.
Do you know what the thing is? There's truly something I truly just don't give a shit about as April Fool's. Like, I saw that Krispy Kreme thing, and I was like, interesting. And then I read the comments, and they were like, it's an April Fool's joke. And I'm like, I didn't even think about April Fool's. Like, I don't care. Like, it truly didn't mean anything to me that it was an April Fool's joke. I'm like, cool. Like, April Fool's doesn't ever register me as, like, anything of interest at all. And apparently not to you, because you just yawned.
Oh, I'm tired. Yeah, it's, I don't know. Again, it's become weird. It's become an opportunity for companies to market themselves.
Which is, like, fair play.
And again, they just aren't playing by the rules anymore. They're announcing things too early. They're saying it's a joke too late. You've got one day to do it.
You've got a morning to do it. Before midday, bud.
Yeah,
before
it's
midday.
Just ridiculous what some of them are doing now. Like, here's another one that happened. The Reddit page r/Black People Twitter.
Oh, God.
They banned all white people, and you had to manually verify that you were black to post in the subreddit.
That's funny.
Yeah, and then that turned out to be an April Fool's joke, but you can still get like a black verified tag.
Is that okay? It's weird.
They're like, we think too many white people are pretending to be black. Not that I know anything about that.
You are number one on the list.
Should I try and get verified on Black People Twitter?
Yeah. For those of you who can't see Danger, he's like half black, half white. So he's not just it's like only half racist that he's trying to be black.
Yeah.
Because he is half black, half white.
But I look extremely white.
But you're very white.
I look like a Mexican.
I mean, who am I to say that you're very white?
I look like I'm half Mexican, half Asian.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And you do not pull off. No,
excuse me, I have tracksuits. I look British.
That's true.
Yeah, so that one, it was like a political statement from them. It was kind of a clumsy political statement, I guess, about racial identity and the whole, I don't know, who decides what. It's a very odd subject.
April Fools. You know what we're going to do? Make some political statements about race.
About race. The least controversial thing of all.
That's not true.
I mean, what's less controversial than race?
Everything's less controversial than race.
What are you talking about? Race and religion are like the one thing that everyone can agree on.
Yeah. It's like this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see any other April Fool's jokes that, anything interesting?
Not anything interesting. Like, again, April Fool's, people like, it's just, the height verification thing and the Krispy Kreme, like, nugget, thingy.
Glazed.
Dipping sauce.
Yeah, glazed sauce.
These are things that are not that surprising to me. Like, they could be real and they'd be a fad for a month. But they're like, oh, April Fool's is like, well, it's not, like, either way, I don't care if they're in the world or not, but they're not that surprising that they were brought up.
What about the Briscoes one?
Oh, see, that one got me shook. Do you guys see it? It was the Briscoes lady. Briscoes posted it. A picture of the Briscoes lady holding a sign that said, no more sales ever. I mean, that's good. I know. Imagine.
I'm running out of breath from gasping too much.
Oh, God, me too. And it's pretty good. That's like a funny joke. It's like, that's good stuff from Briscoes. It's like on the nose. It's fun. It was fun. I liked that one. But that one's so clearly a joke. Like, that one's so clearly like, we're having fun. I appreciate that one.
So big points to Briscoes then.
Love Briscoes.
Your lady, your lady.
Cool. All right, let's move on to our next one.
You're like a teacher.
Yeah, well,
You're like writing stuff down and being like...
I'm writing down timestamps. Thank you. Now I'm going to have to edit this out, which I'm not going to do. So the audience is going to hear me being like, okay, this is where I did a timestamp for the break.
Well, you're welcome. It's
we did
an
this
audio
last
cue for
episode
you.
as well. Yeah. No, what's nice is having a big chunk of silence, which I can edit out. That's very nice.
The audience just fell asleep.
Yeah. All right. Renee, you're a big fan of SKRILLEX, right?
Who? I'm sorry. Do you pronounce it SKRILLEX?
I said SKRILLEX.
Isn't it just SKRILLEX?
SKRILLEX? I don't know.
I know
SKRILLEX. Okay. Well, the thing is, I know the origin of his name.
Congrats, man.
No, it goes to a very, very nerdy background.
Yeah.
In Kingdom Hearts 2, there's a bunch of characters called Organization 13, and they're like sort of like ghosts, and all of them have like normal names, but when they become like the ghost version, they add an X to it.
Okay.
So Leah is one of them, or Lee, L-E-A is their name, but they add an X to it and they move the letters around and it becomes Axel.
Oh.
So they just add an X to it. So SKRILLEX, or however you want to pronounce his name is just Killer's X.
Oh.
So he just mixed up the letters in Killer's X.
So that's where he got it from?
Yes, it's a very nerdy reference to a Disney game.
Man, if I thought that guy was cool, but now I don't.
Yeah.
That guy...
Don't worry.
Anyway, sorry.
I'm going to make you think he's cool again.
All right.
So science has found that electronic music, specifically dubstep,
Yes.
helps you stop getting mosquito bites.
How?
Well, through the magic of science. Which this is important for you because you get mosquito bites at work all the time.
All the time.
So if you need to go on the playlist at your work and add SKRILLEX.
So what? But how does it stop mosquito bites?
There you go. In insects, here we go. It's a quote from a BBC article. In insects, low-frequency vibrations facilitate sexual interactions, whereas noise disrupts the perception of signals from some word I can't pronounce, but it explains in brackets it means members of the same species and hosts. So basically, the music screws with them.
And they don't want to sting.
Yeah. So there we go. So
maybe I should stop playing Sting then.
Yeah, so they played the SKRILLEX song "Scary Monsters" and "Nice Sprites," which will be the ending music of this episode.
No.
I've already edited it.
No.
So they played that song over and over again. They found that female adult mosquitoes were entertained by the track.
Oh.
Yeah, and they were entertained, and what they would do is, because they were entertained, they would basically be less likely to attack hosts or humans and bite them. Yeah. And they were also having a lot less sex, which is odd because you hurt humans. You put on SKRILLEX, they can't stop having sex.
True. So what you're saying is me playing Creedence Clearwater is making me get itchy bites.
Exactly. You need to be playing SKRILLEX at work.
I feel like the other people at my work who play playlists have a lot more dubstep leaning songs than I do. But that's not warding away the mosquitoes.
Well, it only reduces it. It doesn't completely eliminate it.
I need the full solution.
I would say at work, you want to play as much dubstep as specifically SKRILLEX and as loud as possible. I think that would be really useful at your work.
But the mums and the old people aren't going to like it.
Well, do you want more bites?
I want more buyers.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Here we go. The observation that such music can delay host attack, reduce blood feeding, and disrupt mating provides new avenues for the development of music-based personal protection, which is going to be like those sonic mosquito things that science has basically just said is bunk anyway.
Yeah.
So we're back on using weird devices to get mosquitoes to stay away.
So when old people come in to work and they're like, can you turn the music down? I'd be like, sorry, it's for the mosquitoes. You gotta get over it.
Basically.
Okay, I'll say that to them next time.
Why do you think nobody at Platypus or Hype gets bitten?
Because it's like dubstep central there.
Exactly.
But, yeah, that's 100%. Okay, interesting. I'll take that information to work.
Alright, so let's move on at a breakneck pace. I like the idea of doing lots of stories really quickly. Okay. So that's what we're going to do for the end of the Danger trilogy.
This is the third one. It's the worst one.
Excuse me, it's the best one. Boy tells police he's Timothy Piteson, a child missing since 2011. And he's escaped kidnappers. So this is a wild story. We're getting dark. I got some lighter stories later on. But this one's dark. So basically, in 2011, Timothy with 2 M's, so, you know...
It's no wonder he got abducted.
He was already a lost cause.
He got abducted.
He was dropped off at school, but then his mother, Amy Fry Pitson, arrived at school, picked him off...
Why do they all have 3 names?
I don't know. I would assume white trash.
Okay, yeah. Continue.
Yeah. His mother came and picked him up at the school, went and took him to, like, a fun day at, like, the water park and a slides, and then took him, here we go, let's see, 160 miles away.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the mum did?
Yeah, and they checked into the Kalahari Resort with security footage, saw them checking. This is in 2011, and then the next morning they checked out. Then they went 120 miles south to a completely different town, so all over the map, And then when they were there, the security footage shows Amy there alone.
Oh. So
And-
this was 2011?
Yep.
Did SKRILLEX do it?
Well, who else?
Sorry.
And then what happened was she checked into a hotel alone, and then a housekeeper entered her room and found her lifeless body where she'd slit her throat and wrists and taken a lethal overdose of pills.
Oh my god.
And apparently left a suicide note that said, I fear the boy's child, dad was abusing him. He's in a safe place where no one will ever find him. Jump forward to now, in 2019, a 14-year-old boy has shown up claiming to be Timothy Piteson, and he says his birth date is the same, that he's been kidnapped by 2 men and he's had bruises. And yeah, currently the police are trying to find out whether he really is the son that's gone missing. So people don't know, like, did she sell the son? Did she give him to someone who abused him?
So they never found him?
They never found him.
Yeah, but what, like after? Okay. Whoa.
I think at the time they assumed that maybe she murdered him.
Yeah, that's
and
what it
buried him
sounds.
in the woods.
That's what
yeah.
it sounds like.
Or, well, again, sold him because it seems like she had a lot of money by the time she died. So
And then he got just put into who knows hands.
yeah, and
But he survived that.
yeah, and then he showed up in a completely different city yet again. Claiming to be
Oh my
the kid.
god.
So maybe it's true, maybe it's not. They're doing a DNA test now, and I guess we'll know tomorrow, unless I hit refresh on this story and it tells me something has changed.
That would be so good if that happened right now. No,
Yeah,
nothing. He's just reading. I'm going to fill up the time. That's so interesting. Oh, those murder mysteries. There's going to be a Netflix documentary on it next, isn't there?
absolutely. It's weird there isn't one already.
I know. Well, now there's some good info.
Yeah, I don't know. So I guess, I probably should have waited a day to talk about this story, because they'll probably get the DNA results back pretty soon. But yeah, go and, once you've listened to this, go and Google, see what happened to the kid. But
You can guest star next week and fill us in.
Yeah, like He Was Lost and Scared sees a Newport woman about a 14-year-old boy on the street. I don't know, there's lots of theories going around, you know.
Of course, yeah.
She gave him to a family friend and then that friend abused them or sold him or whatever. Lots of people think the kid was sold.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me.
And he's
But
white, so he's for money.
If she's gonna sell him and then kill herself, what's the point in having money? I guess you want to give him
Well, the
to
guilt of your actions.
I guess you want to give him to someone who's not gonna sing like a canary, you know.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to like leave him somewhere and not kill him, because then he'll just be like, oh, this happened. They'll be like, what?
Yeah.
They need to like, I don't know what goes through the mind of a crazy lady like this.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently the father of the boy didn't think she was suicidal, and the mother, the grandmother, or sorry, the mother's mother was also like, she had depression, but she didn't think she'd kill herself. So who knows? That could have been staged as well.
Could have been. There could have been a high power involved. Crazy. I've never heard of that story before.
Yeah, well, again, it was 8 years ago. He was 6 when he disappeared, and now he's 14. So
Ready to go on a Disney Channel show.
yeah, well, keep him away from Dan Schneider, or it'll be the same thing all over again.
Oh boy.
Dan Schneider, don't send him your feet pictures.
2K19.
All right, shall we move on?
Yes.
All right, we have another staged crime here by a parent.
Hit me.
This one is brutal.
Oh no.
I know. We're going to get darker before we get light.
Oh,
Can you
no.
handle this? I know. I'm sorry.
Oh god.
The headline is here, Father Admits to Staging Home Invasion to Cover Up His Theft of Daughter's Girl Scout Cookie Sales.
What? Over money?
Yeah. So she
Oh.
sold $700 of Girl Scout cookies.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. Well, Girl Scout cookies are a big business.
Yeah.
Did you ever sell cookies door to door?
Nah.
You're too small to have been allowed to go selling door to door.
100%. Also, we had to, at school, did you ever have to do this? You had to sell chocolates?
I think so, yeah.
We would be given like a box of 10 chocolates or something, or 20 chocolates, and you have to sell them for like $2 each.
Yeah.
I think I'd just sell them for my parents and my grandparents, and then you'd have to give back. You got like a Subway voucher if you sold them all, but you had to give them back and give back like $5 if you didn't sell them all. Like, you had to like pay for the ones you didn't sell.
Yeah, I don't like putting kids through that sort of thing. I did that. I think my mother sold like half of them at work and bought the rest of them herself.
My mum did that. Like, I didn't... Some kids really just like... will put their backpack on and go out into the streets and be like, I've sold 5 boxes already. And then they get like... an honourable mention at like at assembly, and I'd be like, I just couldn't even be bothered selling my box.
I can't stand people who have motivational drive.
Yeah, I was like, it's chocolate, bro. Like, my mum will buy it and then I'll just take it back to school. Like, I don't care.
It's like people who go out and have a career and earn money. Like, who do you think you're like looking cool for, man? What are you trying to prove?
It's true. Well, I want to get into heaven, so yeah. So this dad stole his kids' earnings.
Brian Couture placed an emergency call saying that he saw a intruder come in through the sliding door, and he fought him off, but not after he'd stolen the money for the Girl Scout cookies.
This guy's an idiot. He's like, $700, eh? Hopefully no one steals it.
This is an interesting thing that I thought was funny. It said, officers said when they arrived home, they found Couture unresponsive, but they said there's a distinct difference between being unconscious and being unresponsive. So basically, he was sitting there like pretending to be shell-shocked, not that he was actually knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, they're like, you're literally alive, but you're just not talking.
And then the Girl Scouts have basically said, we've got procedures to get our money back in cases like this.
Wow.
Yeah, that was more or less their statement. They're like, we'll hunt him down.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and he's been arrested for...
stealing his kids' Girl Scout money.
I'd say it's more about doing a fake report, but
yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's...
Who's worst parent of the year? That lady who like sold her son, or the dad who stole money? Maybe he stole the money and then bought the son. I'm just putting things together. $700 for a 6-year-old.
And what if that 6-year-old was SKRILLEX?
Yeah. Hey.
SKRILLEX, the new face of Tinder height verification.
Oh my god.
We've done it. We've connected all the stories.
Get on your Garfield phone and make the calls.
Well, that was last week's story.
Well, this is a trilogy. There's meant to be references.
That's true. What did we talk about the first week? I can't remember that. We just
talked
about movies.
Can't. Oh, I had laryngitis, so I was like... Yeah, we talked about movies.
Yeah.
I think I talked about maths, but I usually do.
Yeah, and SKRILLEX also watches movies.
Whoa, man!
Wow, the connections! We've done it. We're incredible people.
Don't act like we don't, like, bring things together for you and, like, put in a lot of effort to make this podcast.
Yeah. I prepared 10 minutes Googling news stories for this. I put in my work.
And I sat in a pasta dish and watched maths.
That's true. All right. Do you think we can add one more story to this twisted web? Do you think we can do it?
People are saying we can't, but let's do it.
All right. Okay, so this is sort of a 2-part story. There was a painting many years ago. This is a story from the New York Times, in case anyone wanted to look it up. Basically, so there was a painting that was sold for about $1,000. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go a bit vague on some of these numbers because I can't go through. 1958.
Okay, not quite as much as Girl Scout cookies.
It was sold by for $1,350. Mm-hmm. So, in today's money.
Yeah.
So, like a respectable amount. Then, it was found by a dealer in 2005, and they figured out that it was actually a painted over Leonardo da Vinci.
Wow.
Da Vinci? Wait, which one's the painter? Da Vinci or DiCaprio?
Da Vinci's the painter.
Okay.
Yeah. So... It
was a Leonardo da Vinci painting of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. So someone else had painted over it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, some person... Because, again, this is a very old painting, so someone had painted over it, so they removed all the painting over and they restored the picture. And it was called Salvator Mundi, a painting of Jesus Christ.
Oh.
There we go. I'm showing it to Renee now.
Oh, nice. We'll post it on Facebook. It's very... It's kind of like... Imagine if Mona Lisa was looking directly at you.
Yeah.
He has the exact same hair as Mona Lisa.
Imagine if a stoner was doing finger guns.
Hey... That's actually it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. So, Jesus, the original hacky sack player, had a painting done of him. And when they found that out, a guy bought the painting for like $127 million.
Yeah.
And then recently, it was put to auction, and an anonymous buyer made a bid and won of $450 million.
Jeez, that's so much money.
That is so much money. And then a lot of people have sort of wondered what's been happening.
They'll be going to heaven.
Yeah. So they're wondering who bought it, who spent $450 million.
George Clooney.
I don't even think George Clooney has that much disposable income.
Put it together with his wife's money.
Doesn't she do charity work?
Oh,
Also, we're not to call women man's name's wife. What's her real name, Renee? Say it.
is it a meal?
A minute dinner jacket?
A dinner jacket. What did you just say?
Is that her name?
I don't know.
A minute dinner jacket?
You're not in the dinner jacket.
No, that's her name. Here we go. Amal Clooney.
Amal. Okay. It's Amal.
There you go. She's Lebanese British.
Okay,
like
so-
Ed.
Oh, yeah. So it wasn't George Clooney.
No, it was...
Or Amal.
The New York Times found leaked... because it was like very, very hush-hush who bought it, who was bidding. It was only like a couple of people at the gallery. And there we go. Basically, they believe it was an intermediary. They found the intermediary's detail, and it was for someone in Saudi Arabia. But they think, who happens to be very close friends with Crown Prince Mohammad bin Salman.
Oh, okay.
So the big kahuna of Saudi Arabia, I assume.
Yes.
I don't know. Ed will let you know he's Saudi Arabian.
Yeah. He's not.
I don't know what he is. So they basically think the Crown Prince has bought it. Now, here's the twist.
Yes.
The painting has gone missing. The $450 million painting has gone missing. There's the twist on twist of the story.
Oh my god. Check the dad's wallet. He might have the painting and $700 in there.
Yeah, well, and what appears to be another staged crime.
Whoa!
Basically, now, you know there's the Louvre in France.
Yeah, the Lord song.
Yep, but they actually, they leased the name out.
Yeah.
So there's the Louvre in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the Louvre in Saudi Arabia was promised the painting so they could, show it off for a little bit. And then France was like, oh, after you do it there, come and send it over there. And they, I believe in about February, they were supposed to receive the painting, and they just never did. And now no one knows where it is.
Really?
Yep. It just seems to have gone missing.
Oh, it's like Panya of the Reef.
Yeah.
It just
and I guess, the prevailing theory here is that Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has discovered that because this painting was found as a Leonardo in very sort of odd circumstances where it appears to have been painted over, people aren't 100% sure it's real, and they think it might have actually been fake. So the rumours is he's got the painting, because we don't even know he bought it. We just assume.
Yeah.
The assumption is he's bought the painting, figured out that it may not be real, or doesn't want the painting under scrutiny, like people coming by and looking at it and figuring out it might not be the real deal. So he's just hidden it himself.
Wow.
Yeah, so he spent $450 million to hide a painting, and now he can never show anyone it, because he's too guilty that he may have just accidentally made the art mistake of a lifetime.
Oh my god. So he's literally like Montgomery Burns.
Yeah.
You know? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But like, it is amazing if they found like a new Da Vinci. Like, that's pretty cool, but if it's not even real. It does look a lot like Mona Lisa. Do you reckon he just... someone just ripped it off?
Potentially. I mean, they would have carbon dated the painting, so I would say it's still probably very old and reasonably valuable.
Yeah.
But you know what? Are you ready for even another twist? Yeah, I've got another twist in the story.
Hit me.
So Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who has $450 million, do you know how he made that money?
Selling Girl Scout cookies. No,
Selling Girl Scout cookies. Exactly. We're doing it. We're linking it back.
You like how I like pivoted out of that real quickly because I was ashamed of the callback?
That's what I was going to say.
Aww.
So you got it, yeah. So the Crown Prince made his money on Girl Scout cookies. So, of course, now the father who staged it has got a head on his head because he owes money to the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, who now he needs to make back $450 million because he wasted it on potentially a fake Leonardo DiCaprio painting.
And the
You know who's best friends with Leonardo DiCaprio? SKRILLEX.
and the Saudi Arabia prince was that 6-year-old all along.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. We got you, and you didn't even know.
We've linked it all together.
This is one big conspiracy pod. This is Conspiracy Pod.
There you go. You thought you were getting a couple of small little stories today. Turns out you got one big story.
We blew the lid, man.
I know. I put in those breaks earlier in the episode to fake it out, to make it seem like we were talking about a different story. Nope. Just the one story.
You got me.
Yeah, I got you, babe.
I can't even... So who are you? Sunny. Am I
I
Cher?
got you, babe.
No, am I Sunny or Cher?
Everyone
knows everything about Cher and no one knows anything about Sunny.
Yeah, you're Sunny.
Hey, I'm Cher. I'm definitely Cher.
Well, she was in Mamma Mia.
She was in Mamma Mia too.
Oh, here we go again with the references.
She was in Burlesque.
Oh.
She was in that movie Mermaids with Winona Ryder.
Alright, we've already done the movie review segment. This isn't the Cher segment. Alright, that was
Cher gold.
That was a very Cher episode of Baboon Yodel. I'm going to do the plug right now. If you're in Auckland, come to Roast Battle April 13th. Renee will be there. Ed will be there. It's 10 p.m. Tickets on Event Finder. Roast Battle Auckland. Bring all your friends. God damn it. I'm going to lose a lot of money on this. Bring everyone you know.
You guys should 100% come to this. It's going to be so fun. I'm versing James Musterpick, who is a awesome Auckland comic. Oh, he's from Dunedin, actually, originally. But he's making his name in Auckland. So me and James are versing each other. And I don't know who's going to come out alive. Who do you reckon? Don't say it. So it should be fun. Come along to that. Get some tickets.
Yep. And Renee here will tell you all the social media you need to go to for Baboon Yodel, where you can vote who should be my new co-host for Baboon Yodel, Renee or Ed, because I'm definitely going to be sticking around on Baboon Yodel. I'm the new host.
Child, get your own podcast.
Yeah, so you
had your own podcast, and now
send tweets and Facebook messages and Instagram posts, hashtag Team Renee or hashtag Team Ed for who you want to be my new secondary host.
To do that, to register your interest, you can go to facebook.com/Baboon Yodel, twitter.com/Baboon Yodel, Instagram, just search Baboon Yodel in the search bar. And you can even, if you really feel so strongly, you can just email us at baboonyodel@gmail.com. And just tell us exactly how you feel. Do not hold back. Just candid, exactly how you feel.
Call Renee the N-word.
How much you hate Danger and how much you like me. That's an example of something you could say.
Alright, well, everybody loves me. If you like Renee, hashtag Team Renee. If you like Ed, hashtag Team Ed. And whoever the winner is will be back with me next week on my podcast, Baboon Yodel. Alright, guys.
I'm actually real scared to see how it turns out.
Hashtag Team Renee, hashtag Team Ed. Votes in now. Anything else, Renee?
Hashtag X Factor NZ. No, that was a great episode. Thank you so much for coming to the rescue again, Danger. Well, it's been great having you here. I'll take the reins of this podcast back. Thank you. It was a great ep. Comment, like, subscribe, do a dab. We love you guys. See you next week.
Yeah!